Hey Virgo, this is your general tarot reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of October. Virgo, I hope you enjoyed your birthday and I do hope that you were spoiled absolutely rotten, that you got everything that you wanted. But you know, the good stuff doesn't really end just because your birthday's over. We've still got some good stuff going on for you this month. I feel for you that something that you are putting a lot of effort into this month is probably going to bring some level of either financial success in general, or success between you and another person financially, maybe your partner, even a business partner, or something that you're doing in business. It's like there's a lot of energy going into something to improve your financial status. And like I said, for those of you who have a partner, a business or love partner, to improve both of your financial statuses. Yeah, that just sounds weird when you say it sometimes. Anyway, so that's what's going on. You are driving something, really pushing something, and I do feel a success will come your way. Now, of course, this is a weird month. This has some heavy energy. It might be Libra season, but we're also feeling some Scorpio energy. The sun is in Libra, but on October 3rd, Mercury, your ruler, moves into Scorpio. We have then Venus on October 8th going into Scorpio, the Sun on the 23rd in Scorpio, and the new moon on the 28th in Scorpio, all in your third house. But I have to mention this too. On Halloween, yeah, scary as it sounds, Mercury, your ruler, is starting to retrograde. Yeah, and we're going to feel that a little bit this month. It's a deep month, I have to say, with the Scorpio energy, and it's also quite having to go over things a few times just to make sure that everything is perfect and everything is correct, which is no problem to you, Virgo. You don't mind going over details just to make sure that everything is in place, just so that it's perfect. And once you do that with your kind of natural flair for doing that, then I think potentially some level of financial reward comes your way. So why is all that happening? We have the Sun and Mars this month in your second house, and you're feeling good. You're feeling quite charitable, I have to say, feeling like many of you want to give to charities, maybe tidy up a bunch of stuff that you have and donate a bunch of stuff to charity. If somebody comes maybe and asks you for money or asks you for this, that or the other, you could be feeling, yes, of course, take it, yes, I don't mind. I'm feeling very open. I'm feeling like I want to spend my money. I'm feeling very generous with my money. And it makes you feel good, Virgo, when you are being quite generous. Now, I know you. I know that you will have a bottom line. You'll be generous to a point. You will give generously with your heart, but there will be a point where you'll say, okay, I've given enough here. We had a good time, right? Given all that money out, given donations, that was good, right? Yeah. Now, enough is enough. So there's a bit of that. You are definitely feeling generous. But with Mars in there, you are also feeling determined to make more of your money, to increase your wealth, to get a real handle over what's going on with some financial situation too. We have the full moon on the 13th this month in Aries, in your 8th house. And for many of you, I feel that something is coming to an end, some worry or concern about a financial issue. It could have been some concern over an inheritance, or something to do with your taxes, or something to do with claiming money back from an insurance company, or getting money back that was due to you somehow or another. That could kind of see itself kind of coming to an end this month, where you get finally an ending to some worries perhaps about money. And for those of you in a relationship, even a business relationship, this is a real moment where some of you have to really, I don't know, push a little bit to end some financial issue or financial worry, but it seems to come to a head and it seems to kind of level off then after that. So there could be some good news financially, potentially for you this month. With the Sun and Mars in the second house too. I have to say your energy is quite high this month. So high, I have to say, that in some instances you could find yourself running around and maybe exhausting yourself. So just be cautious of that. Don't drain your energy. Just because Mars and the Sun are in there giving you all of this fuel, it doesn't mean that you have to waste it. It's just saying, look, we're giving you the gasoline here to get you moving, get you doing what you need to do. Maybe for some of you it's to get you really organized about your food or your fitness, taking care of your body and your energy in general. So that's very second house stuff going on there. Now we have Mercury, your ruler, and Venus and the new moon all in the third house in Scorpio. So there's cleverness here. Your mind is definitely on something. For some of you, it could be on foreign things, foreign people, foreign travel, foreign business. And I do want to say this, just for those of you who deal with foreign companies or the import of foreign goods, just show a little bit of caution here this month. I want your mind to be super alert. If you are importing or buying a bunch of stuff, maybe to sell on your Etsy account or whatever it is you do, make sure that the quality is really high standard before you throw a bunch of money on a shipment of something from a foreign place. Because unless you're very, very, very savvy this month, some of you could end up importing stuff or buying stuff from a foreign country this month that isn't the kind of quality that you thought it would be. And in some cases, just to take it to another level, you could import certain products to sell, maybe at a market or however, maybe in your business. And people may not like it because they might not like where you've sourced it. With Uranus there in the ninth house, they might it might be a source of contention. They might not agree with where you bought it from, maybe because the labor laws are a bit unusual there or something like that. So that's just a very specific thing I know for some of you who are thinking of making big purchases from foreign countries or even dealing in business with people from foreign countries. It's just, you have to be super on it this month if that's what you do, Virgo. Super, super on it. But it's all good. I feel some of you spending a few coin this month, perhaps on very Mars things, maybe buying new glasses, new glasses, going to your optician, maybe having to take a visit to a dentist or an ear specialist, eye, ear, nose and throat kind of specialist. That's quite Mars energy there. And with the full moon in Aries, as the first card finally hops out, yeah, that could be something that you might need to do, get it done, get it over with, and you'll be fine type of thing, making appointments for such things. And there could be a lot of making appointments in general to do business, do things, keep moving, making appointments with clients, making appointments to just keep something going. I feel many of you, Virgo, are trying to keep something fresh, keep something moving that might have started to get a bit stale. Like, I'm going to keep in touch with this person because I'm not going to let them forget that they have work to do here. It's like keeping the phone calls going, the emails going, just to keep pushing something along. Could be a financial thing or dealing with foreign things, just for some of you, but it's all good. I feel you've got the energy and the drive and the personal will this month to really get something moving. For some of you, it could be a thing where travel and transport is on your mind, thinking of purchasing a new vehicle, new car or something like that. But for many of you, I feel it's a lot to do with business, even if it's a side hustle with the full moon in the 8th house. Investments, businesses, building your nest egg, wanting to increase your money, and absolutely feeling inspired to make that happen. I feel, Virgo, this month, if something's going to happen, you're making it happen. Your phone calls, your emails, your push, your salesmanship, your communication, you're getting something across the line. It's you who's doing it. So all rewards, it seems, and all successes come from some very personal will to make something happen. You know, I'm going to make sure I get that interview. I'm going to make sure that they consider me as the perfect person for something. I'm going to make sure of it. It is me making it happen. So that just seems to be very, very strong. Now, for some of you, I feel that there's an element of secrecy happening here too around a financial issue, keeping something quiet, keeping something private perhaps. There could be a personal success that you're just happy to keep that to yourself, it seems. It's like I'm having this success, or I'm having money come my way, but it's my business. This is mine. I don't have to maybe let everybody know my financial business or my business in general. So there is a feeling of keeping something quiet. Hopefully you don't have to keep it quiet because it's a bit kind of under the radar, but that's your own business. As you say, hey, wait a minute, that's my business. Okay, I'm not going to interfere. I won't say anything. Yeah, the card of new money springing up and new skills too. I can't ignore the fact that with the energy in the third house there, a lot of you are going to be so interested in developing new skills this month, learning new languages, learning new ways to handle business, upgrading your skills in some way, upgrading your knowledge in some way. Maybe some of you might be very interested in foreign knowledge, you know, like say you're very, very interested in the food that you eat. I know you like to kind of eat well, Virgo. You could suddenly become very interested in the way certain other cultures eat and kind of start incorporating that. It's like you're enjoying this whole thing of learning something new and maybe learning through foreign people or foreign cultures. So that's very nice. There's a lot of buzz going on for you this month. I like sitting with you this month, Virgo. I like sitting with you every month, but this month I just feel a bit of it's a buzz. There's movement, there's things happening, and I like it. And what I also feel for some of you is that there's a real excitement about something. Like I'm excited because I feel I'm doing something very positive and progressive that's going to help me in my future. Maybe help me financially in my future. Yeah, your eye is on the future somehow, and you're getting there. I feel some of you have some of you turned a hobby that you have or a passion that you have into something to make money, even as a side business. You already have a talent for it, so why not make money from it? And I think something very positive is moving for you this month. I like it, I like it, I like it. But certainly getting something moving with foreign travel, foreign people, foreign business, foreign things, that is definitely working for you this month. There's just so much, Virgo, I don't even know where to begin. We've only 4 cards. You're saying you don't know where to begin, but for the love of God, would you just begin? Okay. Don't give me a hard time. Yeah. So we have some energy squaring off this month between the 5th house and the 2nd house. Venus, the Sun, they're squaring off against Pluto and Saturn. So something that you might be creating this month needs a bit of a kind of a risk to spend money, spend coin. That's why I feel, is it that some of you are dealing in business or something with foreign products, foreign people, foreign import, foreign languages. It's something like that for some of you. I know it's not all of you, I know. But there could be a real moment of worrying about spending coin on creating something, taking a risk with something. But you get over that. You can work through that. Don't let the fear get the better of you. As long as you know what you're dealing with, as long as you have it all under control, Virgo, it will be fine. 2 cards happening out there. The lovers. But also, with the 5th house energy, and Pluto is going direct this month, making things a little bit easier in love and romance and matters of the heart. There could be this thing of really needing to push a little bit for you and somebody that you love to be really united, to be bonded together, to kind of share the love. There could be a lot of passion this month, passion and love for the couples and the singles with somebody. You see why I kind of like sitting with you now this month, Virgo, because it's kind of something I feel is being ignited. Love, sensuality, maybe some coin being spent on doing something fun. But again, this feeling like somebody else is involved in this. Is it a lover that's involved? The two of you spending some money to do something really fun or to do something really creative? Could be a success. Okay, I'm getting carried away by your energy here now. We have so far two very mercurial cards, the Magician and the Lovers coming out here. So that's why I feel that the gods are still on your side this month, Virgo. But I want to say something too. Here's what the gods may not appreciate this month. The gods may not appreciate you making some coin from something that isn't above board, from something that isn't transparent, that isn't quite up to standard, that falls somehow below your standards, that needs an element of, shh, don't tell anybody this, that, or the other. The gods may not be on your side if you're doing something a little bit tricky. Now, I know you're saying, I would never do such a thing. I would never do anything tricky. Well, just know that it's better, whatever you're doing financially or in your work or whatever it is, it's okay to have some secrets. It's okay to play your cards close to your chest. But what may not be appreciated by the universe this month is any financial weirdness or deception on your part or even on somebody else's part. With the full moon in the 8th house, if there is financial deception, it could be exposed this month. So that's why I'm saying I hope it's not you. I know it can't be you. It wouldn't be my Virgo doing that. But if it's somebody else, some financial deception could be exposed. So that's something to kind of be watchful for or be very present for, you know. Now we're only waiting on 2 more cards, but I do like the energy for you. Your communication skills are everything this month. I see the second half of the month, even though we're already kind of feeling Mercury retrograde by then, clear communication, be upfront, be honest, be straight, be direct. Don't hide don't hide something. It's got to be clear and honest and upfront, and then you'll have some level of success, I feel. Some level of achievement coming your way. And if some of you are opening a business or doing something that is very personally you, this is me, look what I've done, I've competed against somebody, I've entered into some arena, I've started the ball rolling, then I do see some level of success beginning for you, my love. It's very, very nice. Those of you with children, some weird moments might be coming up, maybe about the expenditure, about children, money having to be spent on them. But you know, that does get better. It all improves. Maybe some of you are striking a deal with somebody over a financial issue around children. And if you're pushing that, then that could be a win. Like negotiating with the school to say, hey, can you bring the price down a bit? You know, who says you can't? Who says you can't negotiate? Everything is open for negotiation. And I think that you are reaping the benefits of negotiation this month. Where are these 2 last cards? Come on. Where are you? I'll have to choose them. And I'm glad I waited because the sun came out. Finally, at the end of the month, it seems the sun is coming out and we'll take this. And I'm glad I took that too. The sun and the star. Your cards are gorgeous, I have to say, Virgo. There is something good happening for you this month. I love it. Now, let's go over to your big, grand, ta-da, overview, my love. So, mediation. I feel some of you are going to be caught in the middle of something this month. Maybe a quarrel with siblings, with neighbours, or just with somebody. It's you being in the middle of something and trying to negotiate. Could be negotiating a deal, negotiating a contract. It's something where you have to be very savvy, very smart, and not let your feelings or emotions get the better of you, but instead to be a wise judge of something, to be fair, to be diplomatic, tactful, and to take into consideration both sides of a story, both sides of what's going on. If you are very aware of both sides, the needs of two parties, then you can strike a great balance or strike a great deal. You could be the one that fixes maybe an argument between brothers and sisters or family members or friends or whoever it is. It's like you're the one, you're the linchpin in the middle that you can see all sides of the thing, and you could be the very one that strikes the agreement or brings peace to something, brings balance, restores harmony to something. But also this thing of being wise enough this month, Virgo, to know not to be pulled and dragged, to be very, very centered in whatever the big situation for you is this month. As long as you're centered, then you'll be fine. Use your mind, use your intelligence. Don't be bought or sold by anybody. Don't be convinced by anybody. Just keep your beautiful Virgo practicality. And in that moment of balance, you seem to win something. And here's like the energy of, it's not just a financial triumph perhaps, but it's a personal triumph. This is you learning how to be more centered, grounded and balanced again. I feel something has taught you a lesson, Virgo. A lesson, a valuable lesson in not losing your shit over something. The more calm you are, the more cool you are, then the more progress you seem to make. And it's like, I have learned that. I have seen that. And this is what I'm taking with me now into the month of October. I won't be knocked off course by some of the wilder energies that are happening this month. I have to say it. There are some very unexpected, weird, wonderful and wild energies going on this month. And a lot of people are really acting out of character perhaps this month, because there's such strong Scorpio energy and digging in at the root to pull things out. And you're saying, oh, well, if they're all going nuts, this could be a real good opportunity for me to not go nuts. Instead, to sit in the middle and to be cool and calm and not to get triggered by something. So that's very strong. And in the end, if I do that, I seem to win. Now, for some of you, I see having a cool, balanced approach does make you win some contract, win something through. But this is the apprentice, the one who is starting to study, the one who has just learned a lesson, the one who has learned a very valuable lesson and who's willing to go further with that. So for some of you, it's learning a lesson that you're never going to forget. But some of you, classes, courses, studying, expanding your mind in some way. And with a great sense of pleasure. Let's not forget, Venus is in the third house. She wants pleasure and money. So she wants to learn how to expand her money, do something that she loves. But she knows that she needs to go back to basics to maybe learn how to do that in a meaningful way. So there's just so much energy for you to get started doing something that you love, making coin that you love, but probably having to go back to the beginning, go back to basics, but with a real sense of, I will learn, I will get this right, I will get to the truth of something also. Scorpio energy here, I will get to the truth of something. Maybe that's what you'll be doing by the time the full moon comes around on the 13th. Getting to the heart of something, getting to the truth of something, and uncovering maybe again some financial mystery. Or if somebody is trying to play you a little bit financially, that gets exposed. I have to tell you that it gets exposed. That's why when I said earlier, make sure you're kind of playing fair, because if you don't want your hand to be exposed either, you know. Now, Here we have Sun in Scorpio energy, and the Sun does go into Scorpio on October 23rd, which is, excuse me, bringing some great healing for you. It's like something that you've heard, something that somebody has communicated to you. Maybe, excuse me, something, news that has come from the past, or news that was very, very buried, that you perhaps were never meant to know, or never meant to see, never meant to discover. It comes out. I feel something is coming out and something is being exposed, and it's a lie, it's a deception. Somebody tried to maybe trick you with something, fool you with something. I feel it's a financial thing. It could even be within a relationship, somebody that you valued, a business relationship, or in your own relationship, somebody that you're very, very close to, that you would have quite trusted. Now, I don't want you to get all paranoid about that. You know, it will happen anyway, so I don't want you to get all fretful or worried about that, but there's a buried truth, and it's like a buried treasure coming to the surface, and it's a piece of information. That's where the real treasure is. It's information that you hadn't known before, that suddenly comes to light, that suddenly there it is. This is what I was missing. This is the piece of information that can take me to some next level. This is the document, this is the email, this is what I've seen on social media, or whatever it is. This was the thing that was buried that I never thought I would see. And it ends something for me, or it begins the ending of something for me. It's a feeling of, when I learn this, or when I understand this, or when I grasp this key piece of information, then that's the moment where I first begin to see that I'm moving away from something, I'm moving towards something healthier. So that's quite deep. But mid-month, I feel some of you are losing a lot of sleep over a connection that you have with somebody. It could be a family member, somebody that you're very close to, a business partner, even your love partner. There's worry, there's losing sleep. Maybe some of you in a relationship are worried about something financial. Or maybe some of you are worried about something that's being exposed. Some deep truth that comes out in the relationship. Now, of course, Virgo, if this is a strong relationship, of course it can be worked through. But it's like some fears or something deep is coming up to be dealt with in your relationship. And even with the singles, it's the same thing. Something deep could be coming to the surface about an attraction that you have for somebody this month. They might stir up some unusual feelings or some passions that kind of worry you or scare you. Something is brought to the surface here, and it's almost like you have to deal with it. You have to deal with these issues to do with love and your approach to love, your feelings about love. So it's either your partner or somebody new bringing all these feelings up to the surface again. How do I approach love? What kind of lover am I? What kind of partner am I? What kind of devotion and joy do I bring to the relationship? And so it's all kind of weird, kind of deep analytical stuff, psychological stuff coming to the surface that makes you stop and makes you say, I have to deal with this. In order for me to be in a really healthy relationship, I have to deal with this. I have to face what's going on in my current relationship and deal with it and bring the love and balance back to this relationship and bring healing back here. For the singles, I feel somebody is coming this month to trigger that passion in you that again makes you say, why do I block myself from getting into a healthy relationship? Why do they always have to be so weird or complicated? What's going on? But you do deal with it because you are taking a big time out, I feel, mid-month, to have a conversation with yourself first, but also to have a conversation about, you see, you're sandwiched here between two Mercurial cards. So some of you, it's a conversation with yourself because you're ruled by Mercury, but it's also maybe a conversation between you and somebody else who could have Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, Virgo or Gemini. Both Virgo and Gemini are quite strong in your reading here, I feel. So it's like I need a time out to have a real think about something to do with how I approach love in general. But you know what? I can take a time out and deal with this. I'll analyze it, I'll focus on it, I'll dig deep into my feelings in my own private space, in my own private time, and ask, what the hell is going on here? Why do I get weirded out sometimes by relationships? Why do they always end up being complicated? Why do I always end up maybe having some weirdness to do with money and relationships sometimes? What do I need to see that I haven't seen before? And I think the full moon is going to bring you something that will be seen, and it's something maybe that you haven't seen before. And it's like, I feel it kind of knocks you back a bit, where you need time on your own to really think about what's being shown to you. And two cards of having options in love, options about what to do with your relationship now, options about where to go. Some of you could meet a foreign love. And now the big question is, do I move to their country or do they come and live with me? What's the option? Virgo, I just feel when I'm tuning into you, it's that energy of, well, what do I do now? I'm feeling like I want real love and passion in my relationship, but there are so many details that need to be ironed out. What do I do? And it makes you kind of take to your bed. I need to lie down. I need to lie down and think about what the hell I'm going to do. I do have options. So what do I do? Now, if this is a financial thing or a business thing, I feel something does come up around the full moon that again knocks you back, that it's almost like I have to take to my bed, I have to lie down, because I now need to really super think how to fix this, how to handle this, how to deal with this. What do I do now? But Virgo, you won't be very long stuck. That's what I feel. I think that mega mind of yours will go into hyperdrive and come up with some real strong solutions. And in fact, I think that some of the real solutions could come to you when you meditate or when you take your mind off it, when you relax. It's like the more you relax this month and the more you allow your energy to be charged up by relaxing, then some great ideas come. You have a lot of options this month, a lot of options to do things. It's like, here we go, I was stuck for so long. Now I've more options than I know what to do with. My answer, and I'm going to really push this with you, Virgo, because I feel it strongly. Whatever option you're going for, make it the option that's the cleanest one. If there's any weird kind of, if I do a little bit there and I don't get noticed, and if I do, this is not a month to be tricky. I'm not saying you are, but it's definitely not a month to be tricky, Virgo. Do your best to choose the cleanest option, because with Mercury retrograde, he could force your hand a little bit and say, I'm going to make you go back and do all of that again. You need to clean this shit up. So choose from the beginning the cleanest, wisest option. Okay? Yeah. And there's this thing too here. Don't go with something that looks too good to be true here, Virgo. Sit back and feel it out. If something feels too good to be true, then it probably is. Even though it seems like, well, I could do that. I could get away with that. That's not a problem. I'll fix it. I'll go along with it. I'll coast along with it. We'll figure it out along the way. This is not the time to start that type of, well, look, let's just do something and we'll figure it out along the way. It's got to be clear from the beginning. Start as you mean to go on. So, because when you do, Virgo, I think the universe is still blessing you with the gifts from the gods. There is definitely some good luck coming your way financially. Now, I will say this for some of you. You could get surprising money coming your way this month. Surprising in this, Virgo, surprising money. Surprising in the sense that it could come from an inheritance or money that, you know, it could come maybe from a separation or the end of a business. It's almost like something came to an end, but you've been compensated because of it, okay? So that's for some of you. That could happen this month. But either way, you've been giving this gift. And the gift of money, I really feel money, or the opportunity to create money. And you're saying, right, this is me, this is Virgo. I'm on fire with this. I'm on fire with this, but I'm going to move slowly and steadily. And again, I keep hearing this, doing it the right way. It may not be the quickest way, but it's the right way. And I can increase my money by doing something the right way. Everything with the full moon this month is to do with investments, building your coin, building your nest egg, adding to your assets. And you're at the end of the month really, it's like the luck is shining on you. You've the sun and the star saying this is your future, the North Node in the 11th house, the sun in the 2nd house, and then the sun on the 23rd of October going into the 3rd house. It's saying build from a good place. The more you do this right, the more you handle your money in a clean way, or your business or what you're creating in a clean way, the luckier you're going to be. And the sun is shining on luck. You see, Virgo, I knew when I started out here that there was this feeling of luck. That bloody camera clicked off again. That must be my cue to go, but what a way to go with the sun and the star pointing you in the right direction, my love. There is definitely something positive happening for you. Good news, and I think a bit of good luck coming your way. Also, can't ignore the fact that this is a Leo card, Aquarius card. You've strong energy of both Virgo and Gemini too here this month. Maybe they could be acting as catalysts for change for you. But either way, as I said to you, the harder you work, the luckier you're getting this month. It's like, for me, it's more like a lucky opportunity to make money. But in some cases, it could be just a lucky windfall. Who knows? Good luck to you, whatever way it comes. Anyway, my love, I'm going to leave it at that. And you know these are just the general readings. To get into the real details of what the heck is going on, where's this money coming from, you know, to come to the VIMEO readings, the deep reads, link down there below in the description box. Click on the link and come along, and we'll open everything right out. We'll go into love for the couples, for the singles, money, career, family, friends, basically anything we didn't talk about here. We're going to talk about it all in the deep read. So come along to the deep read, Virgo, and we'll figure it all out. Anyway, my love, I'm going to leave it at that. And as always, I'm going to leave you with all my love. Don't need to leave you with any luck. You've got plenty of that, but I will leave you with a big kiss. Mwah. Until next month, my beauty. Bye.